of this 6-game set. Stick around on ESPN Radio and go paddleheads.com.
Looking for a great way to kick off your weekends this summer? Look no further than Thursday night trivia at Western Cider. Summer is never long enough. Start your weekend early. Grab your friends, pull up a stool, and prepare to face off for 5 rounds of trivia fun. From current events and music to team-selected categories and more. Plus, there are weekly prizes. It starts right at 7, so make sure to arrive early to settle in. Get your drinks and prepare to face off. Trivia, Thursday nights all summer long at Western Cider, 501 North California Street.
New to Missoula, your home improvement company offers full-service remodeling of windows, doors, bathtubs, walk-in tubs, and showers. Customize your home with quality craftsmanship to create the home of your dreams. Before you start your project, visit the showroom, discover top-performing brands, and the newest innovations. Your home improvement company is open and hiring. Get the best pay and benefits you deserve by providing world-class products and outstanding service. Your home improvement company, now open and hiring in the Southgate Mall next to Shields.
Go inside the world's most popular sport with ESPN Missoula's new podcast, Soccer and Snow and Smoke. Join me, Andrew Houghton, for interviews, analysis, and stories from all around the world of soccer, with a particular focus on what's happening with the beautiful game right here in Missoula.
The last World Cup qualifier in El Salvador, we have a police escort with the bus. And the stadium is really in downtown, and so it becomes very tight streets there. So as we're kind of going through the city, the fans are thinking, well, there's the team, U.S. team. And so we get a few waves with the middle finger and so forth. And then all of a sudden it gets to the tight streets, so now the bus isn't moving so quick. And you start getting the people knocking on the sides of the doors, rocking the bus a little bit. Inside the stadium, it was great. They couldn't have been nicer. But those moments where you're thinking, you feel like you're safe, but put you on edge a little.
Find Soccer and Snow and Smoke on all your favorite podcast platforms. And make sure to catch the Footy 15 twice a month on Nuanez Now, 4 to 6 p.m. every weekday, only on ESPN 102.9 Missoula. Brought to you by Zootown Sports Cards.
Back to live local play-by-play on 102.9 ESPN Missoula.
Well, it may be a warm Tuesday evening in the Garden City, Missoula, Montana, ahead of Game 1 of a 6-game set between the Idaho Falls Chukars and Missoula PaddleHeads, but we are in the cool office of the manager, Michael Schlack. Thanks for joining us in your, I guess, palatial setup.
Yeah, well, this is the only chance I get to get real AC because my wife is always cold. So I come to work and pump it, and nobody can tell me not to.
There you go.
So,
makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, that's nice. I get cold, really, really cold, so I can go home and, like, I guess thaw out so that by the time I get back to work again, like, I can turn on the AC, actually. So
there we go. And one thing that definitely didn't need to be cooled off last week was the offense opposite the Boise Hawks. A number of games in double digits, one inning where they scored 14 runs. You can talk about all that stuff. But one thing I thought that was very indicative of this success was just setting the tone early in ball games. It just seemed like time and time again your offense was on the board right out of bed. What does that say about your approach?
I just think they show up ready to hit. I mean, they know that BP is at 5, BP's at whatever time that we're hitting, but honestly, they turn on the faucet when it's time to play. I mean, there's no lack of intensity. There's no lack of just going right after it. And these guys, they see blood, they smell blood, they go for it. And so that's what you see in those type of situations. Honestly, a lot of teams don't like playing on the road. We do. I mean, we like playing here at home, of course, but we do like also playing on the road because we get to hit first. And, yeah, it does set the tone when you do it that way because it sort of puts our pitcher at ease, They more times than not this year have already had a score when they take the mound, and it really helps. So was really proud of the guys on that last road trip in Boise. I thought they did a wonderful job of, as you said, setting the table, setting the tone.
Cruising along with the manager of the Missoula PaddleHeads, Michael Schlack, ahead of Game 1 of a 6-game set opposite the Idaho Falls Chukars. And taking the ball for your squad tonight, coming off the inactive list, Austin Seidel kind of had an unfortunate circumstance, injuring himself on a wet bullpen mound in Great Falls after some weather rolled in. But he's back and has been a guy that has done a good job pitching to contact and going pretty deep into ball games for you as well. What do you see in his skill set that will fare well against Idaho Falls, a pretty free-swinging ball club?
Yeah, that's the key because he throws a lot of pitches for strikes, and he can throw any pitch in any count. When you go up against a free swinging team, you can, as long as you're locating, you can tie him up. That's going to be the key for him tonight is location. If he can do that, then I think he'll be just fine. But he's always out there, steady presence, steady mindset. He's a bulldog on the mound and loves taking the ball. So this has been a long couple weeks for him, but he's excited to be back, and we're excited to have him.
And looking at the team you're facing off against tonight and through the week, the Idaho Falls Chukars, Billy Gardner's club, number of familiar faces, guys like Jose Reyes, Brandon Boning, the former Raptor and Paddlehead from this season. But it's a club, so like last year, you guys faced them in the Northern Division playoff season ago, once again contending, record right around 10 games over 500, battling for that second playoff spot right there with both Billings and Great Falls. So really a lot to play for them over the next couple of weeks. And this week will potentially be playing for their playoff lives, so to speak. They don't want to put themselves behind the 8 ball for the last couple of weeks of the season. So you're playing a team that's going to be playing some pretty desperate baseball, so to speak. How is that going to be good for your club to face a team that's really going to be trying to get after it?
Yeah, we talked about this already with the group, and the biggest thing is that we're still hungry too. I know we're in the playoffs already, but at the same time, like, we want to show the North and the South, for that matter, that we mean business. And so coming out, especially against a team that we could face in the playoffs, we really want to treat this like the playoffs. So that's our approach this whole week. It's gonna be like playoff baseball intensity from our side. That being said, I love Billy Gardner and Bob Malacki, their manager and pitching coach. I worked with Bob in the Brewer system, and I've gotten to know Billy over the last couple of years. They are the epitome of respect, and they've both been in the game a really long time. So it's always fun to go up against those guys, and the way they do everything is truly professional. So it's always a fun series. But I feel like every time we face them, there's something to be playing for, which is great. That's what you want. You want every game to matter on both sides. You want every game to be impactful, and that's what we have this week.
Game 1 of a 6-game set featuring the Paddleheads and Chukars coming up in a few minutes here on ESPN Radio Missoula. My thanks to manager Michael Schlack for popping on for a few. All right, that was Michael Schlack with us for a few minutes here on ESPN Radio Missoula and GoPaddleheads.com. We're just about ready for the start of this ball game. Sammy B just brought the Paddleheads out of the field for the top half of the first. So we'll take a look at the starting lineups when we return. Got the national anthem coming your way right now. Then we got baseball for you. Game 1 between the Chukars and Paddleheads. Stick around. 6-game set starts off after this.
Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer Equipment is a local, family-owned business and
KKVU HD3 Stevensville and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula. We now return to Paddlehead Play-by-Play on ESPN Radio.
We're just about set for baseball on a Tuesday evening. Paddleheads and Idaho Falls Chukars set to take the field for this ball game. Paddleheads are already there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup that will face off against the Missoula Paddleheads on a Tuesday night. Billy Gardner Jr.'s lineup. Chukars in their red road uniforms tonight. Silver lettering and numbers on the front, silver numbers on the back. Starting things off tonight for Idaho Falls, normal leadoff man Steve Barmakian. The left fielder, very good hitter as he's been this year, just a doubles machine this season for Idaho Falls. Jose Reyes, the former Paddlehead, will bat second. Also a former Osprey, Jose Reyes. Reyes, the third baseman, batting second. The very powerful Dusty Stroop will bat third, the DH, with Hunter Hiskey, another guy that's had a very nice year for Idaho Falls. He is the catcher. Thomas DeBonville, a returner from last season, started this year with the Schaumburg Boomers of the Frontier League. DeBonville, a very productive hitter in this league last year, was traded from the Boomers of the Frontier League after an injury to Calvin Estrada. We've touched on Estrada a number of times since. He was the Pioneer League leader in batting average, but a few weeks ago suffered a broken hand injury after a game against Great Falls, so a huge loss for the Chukars. Loss for the year is Estrada. So DeBonville added. He bats fifth. Brandon Hueth will bat sixth, the right fielder. The newly signed Seth Strong, guy that's appeared a couple of times, batting sixth as Steve Barmakian fouls the first pitch off of the ball game. We get going at 7:16. Seth Strong batting seventh, the first baseman, with Tyler Wyatt, the two-way guy, batting eighth, second baseman, and another former Paddlehead, Brandon Boning, winding out the order, the shortstop for Idaho Falls. So one is fouled off to the left. Is on the hill tonight is Austin Seidel, making his return from the inactive list. Was slated to start a game in Great Falls a couple of Saturdays ago when he injured himself, like we alluded to in the pregame with Michael Schlack. Was sent to the inactive list. The 0-2 pitch is just outside, 1-2 to Barmakian. So this is first time back. Seidel, after signing about midway through the first half, was a very solid arm. 4-1 record in 5 starts coming in. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball towards the outside part of the plate, and that's how this ball game begins. Strikeout of Steve Barmakian for out number 1. Mention all the success for Barmakian. Average well over 300, 347 coming in. But one thing he does quite a bit of is strike out. That was 46 strikeouts and 286 at-bats. Next to the plate will be Jose Reyes. Paddleheads know well the strengths of Jose Reyes. Very flashy ball player from the left side. First pitch, Jose Reyes takes a strike. 0-1. Fastball towards the outside corner. You're not going to see that a ton from Jose Reyes. Very nice season for Billy Gardner. A 367 average in 40-plus games played. 0-1 pitch is off the plate. Off-speed pitch from Seidel. Seidel, a guy you're going to see usually pitch to contact, although he did strike out Barmakian to start off the game. Reyes, a big swing and a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Looked to be a bit out in front of a pitch that was off the plate away. Change up, 1-2. Seidel will work the ball to both sides of the plate with the fastball. A lot of ground balls when he's on. 1-2, 1 out, just getting things started. Dusty Stroop to follow. The pitch. Ground ball to the first base side. McLean O'Connor bobbles it a bit at second, throws on to first, just in time to get the out. Let's take a look at the Missoula defense now for the top half of the first inning. Mentioned McLean O'Connor out there. Starting the outfield, a familiar trio. Left to right, Brandon Reilly. In left field, Keaton Greenwalt, the center fielder, with Lamar Sparks out in the right. That's your outfield, left to right. The Cams on the left side of the infield. Thompson at third base, Cam Willman, the shortstop. the aforementioned McLean O'Connor, second baseman, Jason Newman. At first, doing the catching is Nick Cece. Dusty Stroop to the plate, 2 outs, no score. The pitch, rocket foul, third base side. That ball was hammered by Stroop, but was just a bit out in front of it. Stroop has had a fantastic season for the Idaho Falls Chukars. Right up there amongst the league leaders in home runs. A ways behind Jason Newman, but nobody's up there with Jason Newman in terms of what they've done in the Pioneer League, as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off to the right. It's kind of hard to compare yourself to someone that's broken a league record in terms of home runs, but Dusty Stroop, 17 long balls this year to go along with 20 doubles, so has more doubles than Jason Newman does. 78 driven in, 382 average for Stroop. 2 outs, base is empty, the 0-2 pitch. Curve ball. They will appeal the first no swing. Was low and off the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Stroop just able to stay off that curve that was on the outside part of the plate. Stroop will also strike out a lot, 70 strikeouts in almost 300 at-bats. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Seidel. This one popped foul. This offense, going back to the last series, just played in a 6-game set opposite the Billings Mustangs. Series they lost 4-2. And in a number of those games, their offense really struggled. Billings was able to really rein it in against Idaho Falls. The 1-2 to Dusty Stroop. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Nick Cece. Fastball up, strike 3. That's a good way for Seidel to begin things on a Tuesday night. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. We'll head to the bottom half of the first in a scoreless game.
At Western Cider, it's all about great cider.
Bottom of the first inning about to begin here at Allegiance Field, Ogren Park. Got you the defensive alignment for Missoula in the top half of the first inning. Let's go ahead and take a look at their batting order for tonight's ball game. Paddleheads in their pinstripe uniforms tonight. Stepping to the dish is the normal leadoff man, Brandon Reilly. He'll start things off, followed by Keaton Greenwalt and Nick Gatewood, the DH, who had a heck of a week last week. Did Gatewood 13 RBIs for Gator in action opposite the Boise Hawks. With Jason Newman cleaning things up, Lamar Sparks will bat 5th, Cam Thompson 6th, the other Cam Willman 7th, Nick Cece 8th, McLean O'Connor winds out the order for Missoula tonight. First pitch is off the plate from Jack DeCenso. Making his second appearance opposite the Missoula Paddleheads, a Massachusetts native comes in with a 5-4 mark. 1-0 pitch, foul, straight back. A ball and a strike the count. Fastball from DeCenso has pretty good life to it. Will move to both sides of the plate, vertically and horizontally. Fastball will sit in the low 90s. But the Paddleheads saw him very well last time they faced off against him. 1-1 pitch. This one dips off the plate. Fastball with some sink towards the outside. 2-1 now the count to Brandon Reilly. .337 average. With extra base power at the top of the orders. Had a heck of a year, especially in the second half. 2-1 pitch is a ball hit pretty well. Straightaway right field going towards the wall is Hewitt. He makes the catch for out number 1. Right fielder Brendan Huth tracks it down. So that ball given a ride by Reilly, going right with the location to the wall, but Huth able to track it down. Keaton Greenwalt now to the plate. He has seen some more power here in the second half. He's got home run total up to 6, doubles at 22, a .320 average. Senso, the leadoff man, off the bases. First pitch to Greenwalt. This one popped up right side. Strong, the first baseman, giving it a look, but this one is into the first couple of rows. 0-1 defensively. Idaho Falls lined up like this for the first inning. Barmakian in left field. Thomas de Bonville, the center fielder, with Huth in right. That's your outfield. Left side occupied by Jose Reyes. Third base, Brandon Boning, the shortstop. So the left side of the infield, all former Paddleheads. Wyatt at second base. Steve Strong, a first baseman, with Hunter Hiskey doing the catching for DeCenso on the mound. 0-1 the count. The pitch is on its way. 0-1 to Greenwalt. This one a bouncer past a dive of Reyes down the left field line, all the way into the corner. This will see Greenwalt hustle into second base with a 2-bagger. His 23rd double of the season, and Missoula has a man on in scoring position for Nick Gatewood. Nick Gatewood got some recognition from the Pioneer League today. He was announced for his work last week as the Pioneer League Player of the Week. And that is not a shock for what he did in action against Boise. And averaged well over 400, especially in one 3-game stretch. He was just smoking hot as Gatewood fouls off the first pitch he sees, a high fastball. From Game 3 in Missoula to Games 1 and 2 in Boise, so those kind of middle 3 games of the week, Nick Gatewood, so to make it easier to understand, action on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of last week, Gatewood went 10 for 14 with 10 RBIs in just 3 games. Just absolutely fantastic. So for those efforts, he was the player of the week this past week. 0-1, 1 out, no score. Missoula trying to change that with a man on in scoring position with 1 out in the frame. Gatewood, the team leader in doubles with 27, a .339 overall average. Second on the team in RBIs with 72. Jason Newman to follow. The 0-1 pitch takes it. They appeal the third, and they're going to say Gatewood swung the bat. Surprised to see that. Bat from up here didn't look like it moved all that much, and a breaking ball down below the knees, but they rung him up at third base. So now a count 0-2 on Nick Gatewood with Greenwalt at second. Gate will have to get tough in a 2-strike count now. The pitch. This one a fly ball, dead center field. De Bonville going back, still going back, near the warning track, strides up, makes the play. Tagging headed for third is Greenwalt. He makes it easily. But that is the second out recorded on the fly ball by Gatewood. Now here comes Jason Newman. That ball was hit pretty well by Gatewood. Nearly 100 miles an hour coming off the bat. Ball traveling 382 feet, but not quite deep enough. Fastball was towards the outside part of the plate, so maybe just missing the barrel by enough to keep that ball in the yard. Jason Newman, an RBI shot with 2 outs, a runner on at third. Chukars went down in order in the first inning. First pitch. Newman goes the other way, popping it up. First base side, Strong in foul territory. Makes a basket catch over by the dugout and the bullpen. Up the first base line. Strong going Willie Mays style over his shoulder. Makes the play, and that's the inning. So the Paddleheads strand a runner on third base, do not score. And we do not have any runs after 1 inning complete here in Missoula. Top of the second on the way next. We're back. Top half of the second inning, no score. After 1 inning complete, Hunter Hiskey will start off this half inning, and he takes one below the knees for a ball. Curve from Austin Seidel misses down low. So the Paddleheads threaten thanks to a one-out double from Keaton Greenwalt, but do not score in the first inning. Chukars went down very quietly in the first. 1-0 pitch. Hiskey takes a strike on the inside corner. Fastball, 1-1. Hunter Hiskey, Thomas de Bonneville. Then Brendan Huth. 1-1 pitch on the way. This is a line drive, base hit into right center field. Hiskey going right after that one. That one's going to actually split the gap as well and roll to the wall. Hiskey will stop at second base with a leadoff double. So that screamer into right center field was unable to be cut off by either Sparks or Greenwalt. That ball gets all the way to the wall and results in extra bases for the Chukars. Hiskey has been a very good guy in terms of extra bases. That's his 25th double of the year, as Thomas de Bonneville will now jump in with a man on in scoring position right out of bed here in the top half, or yes, the top half of the second inning. Thomas de Bonneville spent now couple weeks with the Chukars returning. First pitch, this one taken at the knees. Good pitch, a fastball. Strike one. De Bonneville, while with Idaho Falls, has seen some of the same success he did a season ago. .311 average in 19 games played. 19 ribbies, 3 homers, 4 doubles. Last year, average over 300 with the Chukars as this one skips into the right. Pitch on the outside portion, 1-1. Spent some time this year as well, mentioned with the Schaumburg Boomers of the Frontier League. Average a hair over 250 while in Schaumburg this year. Made his way back to Idaho Falls via trade from Schaumburg. Mentioned the injury to Calvin Estrada, big reason why de Bonneville finds himself back here in Idaho Falls. As he fouls off a pitch on the outside. 1-1 now, 1-2 now the count to de Bonneville. Mentioned the injury a few weeks ago to Calvin Estrada. Was at the time leading the Pioneer League in batting average at .428 overall. Just having a heck of a year was Estrada, but suffered a very unfortunate injury where he broke his hand. So out for the season is Estrada. 1-2 pitch, de Bonneville takes low to even the count at 2. No score, top 2. But a runner on in scoring position for the Chukars. Two ball, two strike pitch on the way. This one is rocket, but right to Cam Willman, and it goes over his glove and into left field. This is going to most likely lead to a run, and it will. RBI single, and the Chukars are out in front on the RBI base hit by Thomas de Bonneville. RBI number 20 as a Chukar for de Bonneville. Then Brendan Hueth will now step in. Hueth at .327 average, while with the Chukars. First pitch on the way. This one a swing and a miss. Pitch towards the inside, 0-1. So if you're Idaho Falls, that's a good quick way to bounce back after a very quiet first inning. A single and a double starts things off, and the Chukars in a blink have a 1-0 advantage. Runner takes off, strike, throw down to second base is not quite there as Thomas de Bonneville picks up a steal. That's something the Chukars will do quite a bit. They came into tonight's game with over 100 stolen bases as a team. Haven't been caught very often either. So, stolen base immediately gets another runner in scoring position with nobody out. De Bonneville there now, count, as I mentioned, is now 0-2. As I mentioned, the previous pitch was a strike. 0-2 pitch. This one, rocket foul, straight back. Seth Strong in the on-deck circle, a guy that's kind of floated around the independent ranks this year. He's not appeared against Missoula. He's appeared in both divisions of the Pioneer League. 0-2 count to Hueth. 1-0 Chukars, top two. The 0-2 on the way. This is a ground ball, slowly hit right side. Willman coming in at shortstop, throws across, and it's not in time. That's an infield single. Just a slow roller on the left side, and that results in 2 runners on at the corners with nobody out. Seth Strong will now be the batter as Idaho Falls builds up a rally here in this half inning. Much different feel than what we saw for the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning. Now here in the second, the first 3 batters that have come to the plate have all reached. Double that started off from Hiskey, then the RBI base hit from de Bonneville. Now Hueth with an infield hit on the left side. Seth Strong in the box now. While with Idaho Falls, 4 for 22, and he swings and fouls one off on the first pitch. 4 for 22 at the plate, a home run, a couple RBIs. Strong actually in his first at-bat as a Chukar homered. Mentioned he also spent some time in NOCO with the Owls, Northern Colorado. 5 for 17 while with the Owls this year. And to add to places he's played also was in the Pecos League this season with Bakersfield. There he had pretty strong numbers, averaged well over 400, 451 in 30-plus games played. The 0-1 to Strong is up high. Fastball, a ball, and 1 strike. But Idaho Falls jumping on in this inning, 1-0 the score. And they are threatening still with runners on at the corners and nobody out. De Bonneville is the runner at third, Hueth at first. 1-1. Off the plate makes it 2-1. Fastball misses the outside portion. Tyler Wyatt to follow in this half inning. That's where we've seen more moving and shaking. The top of the order, a lot of guys we're familiar with, but we get towards the bottom. A lot of guys the Paddleheads haven't seen yet. 2-1 offering on its way. Another one off the plate. Almost same spot as the previous pitch, 3-1. So Seidel's not a guy that struggles with control a ton. In a tough spot now with Strong in the box. Don't want to load the bases, obviously, with nobody out. In this Chukar offense, this is how they operate. A lot of guys on the bases just making it tough with steals. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch on the corner on the outside. Had to make it in a situation like that. Behind in the count, 3-1, and Seidel comes up with the pitch that he desperately needed with runners on at the corners. Now a full count. We'll see if the runner at first takes off in this situation. Payoff pitch is on its way. Runner doesn't go, and it's low and outside. Ball 4. Relatively easy take for Strong. The bases are now loaded with nobody out. first 4 batters of this inning have all reached, as Tyler Wyatt will now come into the box. Wyatt, kind of an interesting guy, a two-way player, guy that's appeared on the mound for Idaho Falls about half a dozen times. Comes, though, with a resume in affiliated ball as a position player. Was in the Giants system for a couple of years. 6 for 19, swinging it well with Idaho Falls. He skies the first pitch he sees, foul on the left side. Was with Idaho Falls for a portion of time last year also in 13 games. Looking at his at-bats, was 10 for 55 last season in 2021. This year, as I mentioned, 5 for 16 at the plate, a couple of ribbies, also a home run for Wyatt. 1-0, bases loaded, nobody out, top 2. The 0-1 pitch is taken for a strike. Good pitch there, a curve right on the corner. So Seidel jumps ahead. Tyler Wyatt, he was able to pick up 2 Ks in the top of the first inning, setting the Chukars down in order. Seidel would definitely take a strikeout in this spot. 0-2 to Tyler Wyatt. The former Paddlehead Brandon Boning, 9 batter in the order, is up next for Idaho Falls. Oh and 2, top 2, 1-0 Chukars. Big pitch coming with the bases loaded. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, strike 3. That records the first out of the inning. So maybe that just creaks the door open just a bit for Seidel and the Paddleheads of maybe trying to think about working your way out of this frame. Boning coming into the box does have pretty good speed, but getting the 1 out, thinking about Seidel's strength, getting balls hit on the ground, maybe can get that here and get out of this mess. Chukars do have a run on the board at this point. First pitch to Brandon Boning is in the dirt. Boning, this is his 3rd stop of his Pioneer League tour this summer. Started off with the Missoula Paddleheads, played in just under 10 games with Missoula before being traded to the American Association with Winnipeg. Had 18 at-bats with the Golden Eyes before going to the Ogden Raptors. Was there for a while, then was traded here to Idaho Falls. Made his first appearance last week with the Chukars as the 0-1 is fouled away. So there's the life at times of a minor league ball player. Missoula, Winnipeg, Ogden, Idaho Falls, all within a couple of months for Boning. All just chasing a dream. Had a good week in his first week of action with the Chukars against Billings last week. 6 for 17 swinging the bat. Batting here with the bases loaded, 1 out. 1-1 to Boning. Fastball is up high just a bit. Didn't miss by too much. Fastball running away from Boning. Top of the order, Steve Barmakian coming next. The first 4 batters of this inning reached. Double, single, single, and a walk to get a 1 run in. Looking for more from Boning. The 2-1 pitch. This one fouled straight back. Fastball towards the bottom of the zone. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And interestingly enough, last time Brandon Boning got an at-bat against Missoula, it came at the bases loaded, 2 outs, in a high-leverage situation in the bottom of the 9th against Sam Hellinger, who struck him out to record the final out of a win back in July. But again, that's while Boning was with Ogden. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one a rocket down the right field, left field line, hooking though, and this ball is well foul. That ball hit pretty well by Boning off to the left. Surely home run distance, 360 plus feet, but fastball on the inside. Boning just couldn't quite straighten it out. Top of the order, and Steve Barmakian waits next. 1 out, bases still loaded. Seidel trying to continue to work his way out of this jam. Deep breath, the 2-2. Breaking ball low for ball 3. Good take there from Boning. A tough pitch to lay off of. A breaking ball that looked like it was coming right in towards the middle at first, just broke right off the plate. Boning read the pitch, spit on it, and now in a 3-2 count with the bases loaded. Another ball means a run for Idaho Falls. 3-2. Seidel to the plate. Ground ball past a dive of O'Connor into center field. This will lead to a pair of runs for Idaho Falls. Big swing there from Brandon Boning, hurting his old club. The score is now 3-0 Chukars. Steve Barmakian coming to the plate now. Still only one out in the inning. This will be the 7th batter of the frame. So give credit to Idaho Falls. They see Seidel once. And now, this second inning, they are swinging the bat very well. Already 4 hits in the frame. Barmakian struck out swinging in the first. First pitch here is taken on the outside corner. Change up 0-1. And if you're Seidel, he's got to try to buckle down. Somewhat similar to Great Falls' offense. This is an offense that will score a bunch of runs in a blink of an eye. The 0-1 with 1 out. Taken below the knees. Even counted a ball and a strike. In a game earlier this year against the Rocky Mountain Vibes, to illustrate that, Idaho Falls scored 12 runs in 1 inning. You look at the offensive numbers for this club, Pioneer League leaders as a team in RBIs and batting average as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the left. As a team, batting average over 340 for Idaho Falls. So a decent amount higher than the Paddleheads. A lot of doubles as a team also, over 100. Only statistical category really that Missoula is ahead of the Chukars is home run total as a team. 3-0 the score now in the top half of the second inning. Chukars out in front. 2 runners on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch coming to Steve Barmakian momentarily. Here it comes. Up high, ball 2. Fastball not close. Jose Reyes would hit next in this inning, barring a ground ball double play out. Or a double play of any kind, I must say. Should say. 2-2, Seidel ready. CC's target looks to be in to Barmakian. The pitch gets by CC. This allows both runners to move up to second and third, which also changes the situation drastically. Instead of being 2 runners on at first and second with only 1 out, now there's runners on at second and third and 1 out. So 2 more runners in scoring position as the Chukars look to make this a very big inning. First base open. 3-2. Big pitch coming here. Trying to record that second out. The pitch. Not close, ball 4. Way off the plate. Another walk issued in this half inning. 2 free passes. That's going to bring Michael Schlack to the mound to talk with Seidel. Just seems like from the start, this inning just has not gone Austin Seidel's way. Giving up loud contact, also missing his spots in numerous situations. And that's the key against these Chukars. They are mistake-hitting fools. That's how they operate at the plate. Again, somewhat similar to Great Falls, where they look to get themselves in good counts and then jump in fastball counts. But if you pitch your spots and execute, this offense is one that will strike out a ton. So Schlack trying to calm down Austin Seidel. Bases loaded once again. Jose Reyes will be the batter. Another guy looking to hurt his former club. Already saw the former paddlehead Brandon Boning come up with a 2-run hit. Now Jose Reyes will step to the plate with the bases loaded. Looking to do even more damage. Chukars have scored 3 runs in this inning already and lead 3-0. Looking for a heck of a lot more with Reyes coming into the box with the bases loaded. Reyes bounced out to O'Connor, his first time through. The first pitch of the at-bat is a ground ball to a dive of Willman, and he flips back to O'Connor, and that's a double play. Just like that to end the inning. Ball actually was caught on that line drive. Thought it would skip in to Willman, but he makes the catch, flips it back to O'Connor, and just like that, the inning is over. So Missoula maybe escapes disaster in that half inning. 3 runs do come in to score, however, for the Chukars, who lead now 3-0, headed to the home half of the inning. So the Chukars take the early advantage here on a Tuesday night, thanks to a 3-run rally, but the bases loaded and 1 out, turning that double play. It's made me feel like that inning could have been a heck of a lot larger for Idaho Falls. Lamar Sparks will get things started. The home half of the second. DeCenso to the plate with the first pitch. This one hit the other way, a pop-up first base side, caught by Strong, the first baseman, in foul territory. Got jammed by a pitch on the inside to Lamar Sparks. Jammed it out towards Strong, who was able to make the catch coming into foul ground for out number 1. So that records the first out. Cam Thompson, the number 6 batter in the order, will now step in, followed by Willman. So the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up this half inning. Thompson has been a rock-solid part of this offense all season, as has Sparks. Was just retired. DeCenso's first pitch is off the plate. Off speed, 1-0. Missoula got 1 hit in the first inning. 1-0 on its way to Thompson. This one hit the other way, but foul to the left. Fastball on the inside part of the plate to left-handed batting Thompson. Was a double with 1 out for Keaton Greenwalt in the last frame, who was stranded at third. No runs in for Missoula. All 3 runs for the Chukars coming in the top half of this inning, leading 3-0. DeCenso's 1-1 pitch. This one fouled away to the left again. Average for Thompson seems just been hovering around 300 for a large chunk of time. 18 doubles, 52 ribbies for Cam Thompson. 1-2, 1 out. DeCenso rocking and firing. Fastball up high. Good amount of velo on that one. You just could tell by a hit the glove of Hunter Hiskey. Maybe trying to rear back a little bit too much was DeCenso. Yeah, fastball at 92 on the gun. I think that's the highest I've seen from him. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup down below the knees. So that fastball that missed up high set up the changeup down below the knees. Thompson goes after it. Out number 2. Cameron Willman will now be the batter with 2 outs and the base is empty as DeCenso looks for that all-important shutdown inning after his offense was able to give him some support in the top half of this frame. First pitch to Cam Willman. Fastball in on the hands, 1-0. What a fine Willman has proven to be. Really has asserted himself as the everyday starter at shortstop. 1-0 pitch is down and off the plate. 2 ball, no strike count to Cam Willman. Average has been around 300 or a good amount above it for Willman for a good stint of time. Over 40 games played as Willman swings and pops it up. Shallow right going out is Wyatt, the second baseman. He reaches up and makes the play in shallow right field. That's it, that's all for this half inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Paddleheads here in the top or bottom half of the second inning. Chukars lead now by a couple. 2-0 the score. We got more coming up after this. On the way now here on ESPN Radio Missoula and GoPaddleheads.com. The Idaho Falls Chukars, the road team, has the early 3-0 advantage. The only batter to not get a shot in that 2 second-inning rally, the 3-run rally, Dusty Stroop will lead things off in this half frame for the Chukars. Stroop, Hunter Hiskey, and then Thomas de Bonville. So the heart of the order for the Chukars against Seidel's first offering misses inside. Curveball, 1-0. So Stroop, who struck out to lead off, or to record the final out of the first inning, 1-0, takes a pitch that just missed the outside. Another breaking ball. One of 3 strikeouts for Seidel so far. Now in a 2-0 count, pitch on its way. Off the plate away, ball 3. Seidel, who struggled with control in that last half inning, in danger of walking the first here in the third. 2 walks in the second for Seidel. Again, mentioned this is his first outing coming off the IL. 3-0 pitch, a swing and a high pop-up. Behind home plate may be playable for Nick Cece in foul ground, and it is for out number 1. So Dusty Stroop going after the 3-0 pitch. It was a good pitch to hit. Looks like fastball, maybe a hair towards the inside, but pops it up on the 3-0 pitch, and that's out number 1. So that might be a little bit of a break for Seidel. Able to retire, a very powerful hitter. Probably was looking for a fastball dead red also. Here's Hunter Hiskey. He takes one at the knees. Strike 1. Fastball there, 0-1. Hiskey got the 3-run rally started with a rocket into left center field, or right center field. The other left is Hiskey swings and misses. At the 0-1 pitch, another fastball towards the outside. Was just a rocket into right center field. Extra bases set that inning up. Was driven in one batter later. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Fastball belled high. See you later. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches, Senor Hiskey. 2 down. Strikeout number 4 for Austin Seidel, as Thomas DeBonville will now stand in. DeBonville hit a rocket past Cam Willman, the shortstop, for an RBI single to left field. One of those initially looked like Willman was going to have a shot at fielding it for an out. Hot shot hit right towards him, but it took a funky hop right at the last second, bounced right over the top of him. First pitch to DeBonville, swing and a pop-up. Foul territory, first base side, Newman is going to run out of room. So this one ends up down below the Blackfoot party deck. 0-1 to DeBonville. Top 3, 3-0 score. The Chukars out in front of Missoula. Touched on the other action with playoff implications on the line. Billings Mustangs and Great Falls Voyagers in action. The 0-1 with 2 outs. Breaking ball inside. Even count. The RBI for DeBonville, his 20th. Glacier Range Riders in a battle with a Southern Division opponent. 1-1 is a ball laced. Fair ball going into the corner. Down the left field line. Reilly gets to it. No, he doesn't. Gets by him now quickly. But DeBonville will now stop at second with a 2-bagger. So a good start for DeBonville in his first 2 at-bats. He's 2 for 2 as Brendan Huth will now stand in. Huth hit a little slow roller on the third base side in his last at-bat. Slow roller on the left side resulted in an infield hit. A double with 2 outs sets up another potential run-scoring chance. First pitch, ground ball right to Jason Newman at first base, racing to the bag, and they got him for out number 3. So a double with 2 outs for DeBonville, but that's it. No runs for the Idaho Falls Chukars. Still leading 3-0 in Game 1 on the road, though. Bottom 3 coming up on ESPN Radio.
We now return to Paddlehead Play-by-Play on ESPN Radio.
Catcher Nick Cece will lead things off for the Missoula Paddleheads, who trail 3-0. 8-9-1 spots coming up against DeCenso. First pitch, a fastball on the bottom of the zone. Strike 1, 0-1. CC, McLean, O'Connor, and then the top of the order. 8-9-1 spots for the Missoula Paddleheads. So CC, O'Connor, and Brandon Reilly, bottom 3, 0-1 pitch. This is a ground ball right towards the second baseman, Wyatt, who has it. He'll flip across to Strong for out number 1. So that's one thing DeCenso has done a good job of his first 3 innings is keeping the leadoff man off the bases. Brandon Reilly hit the ball pretty hard in his at-bat, but was retired. Lamar Sparks got jammed, and now Nick Cece bounces out to second base. McLean O'Connor now to the dish now. Open stance from the right. First pitch to O'Connor. Fastball in tight, ball 1. Mentioned this last week. Seen him get intermittent day offs as action is gone since returning to the active roster. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball evens the count. Because a big trend in that first half was O'Connor spending time on the inactive list, but with him getting more action away, we've seen O'Connor stick around and have a healthy second half. Hopefully that will continue coming down the stretch of the season. 1-1 pitch to O'Connor. This is up high. 2-1 because his skill set very unique. Has great speed at the plate, great middle infielder, but also has a good amount of pop. 12 doubles and 9 home runs. Had a towering shot in Boise on Saturday. 2-1 pitches, a swing and a very high pop-up into shallow right center. Thomas DeBonville looks to have a beat on it, and he does for the second out of the inning. Fastball right out over the plate from DeCenso. Results in out number 2. And a lot of times when you see a high pop-up, that means maybe just missing a barrel. May have been the case there. 2 outs, base is empty. The hitter is now Brandon Reilly. And DeCenso's getting himself into a nice little groove. He's retired 7 in a row now. First pitch to Brandon Reilly. Foul, straight back, 0-1. Off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate. Reilly spoils it. Hit the ball hard, as I mentioned, did Brandon Reilly to lead off the ball game. Ball hit to right field, but tracked down by Hewitt. 0-1 with 2 outs, 3-0 game. Fastball misses up high. Count now a ball and a strike with 2 outs. All 3 runs for the Chukars coming in the second inning. Just 1 hit in the top half of this frame, no runs. The 1-1 from DeCenso. Hit the other way, foul. Fastball off to the left. Fouled off to the left. It was more towards the inside portion by just a hair. 2 strike count, 1-2. Idaho Falls starting pitching, looking back what the Paddleheads have done, didn't last too long in a lot of games, but getting off to a good start in this one so far. 1-2 pitch, up and in. We've also seen at times the bullpen for the Chukars be a little bit inconsistent. So if DeCenso can go deep into this game, that also would be an advantage for Idaho Falls. 2-2 is outside for ball 3. Just like that, Reilly works it into a full count, 3-2, trying to breathe some life into this bottom half of the third inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. If he does get aboard, Keaton Greenwalt waits next. DeCenso with the 3-2 pitch. This is swung on and just tipped foul. And we've seen how, again, looking at how pitching has been a problem for the Chukars at times. Team ERA well over 6. But a number of new additions to this club has made a difference, and we've also seen some guys improve as action has gone along. John Nunnally immediately comes to mind, guy that's had some control issues at times in his career, but has started to put things together. ERA, now in the 4s, has been a nice late inning addition or factor. Nate Jenkins, another guy that's having a good year. 3-2 pitch. This one hit to left field pretty well, but in the park as Barmakian is waiting for it, and he puts it away for the final out of the frame. So Reilly battles away in that at-bat, but gets nothing to show for it. Paddleheads held off the board for the first 3 innings of tonight's action while the Chukars lead now 3-0, headed to the fourth.
I am Jeff Laporte, an orthopedic surgeon and the medical director of the Missoula Bone and Joint Surgery Center. I am here to welcome you to our new state-of-the-art facility in Missoula, Montana. Since we opened, the feedback from our patients has been very positive. Our goal was to build a facility that helps us provide the best surgical services by increasing access to patient care and also providing high-quality orthopedic surgical services. In addition to the usual outpatient procedures we have done for years, we can also offer joint replacement surgery and spine surgery with the option of an overnight stay. Research shows that patients' outcomes are better if they return home soon after surgery. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, anesthesiologists, and support personnel are committed to providing the highest quality of care at our new state-of-the-art facility at Missoula Bone and Joint Surgery Center.
Missoula Bone and Joint. Quality care from people who care.
KKVU HD3 Stevensville and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula. Away from your radio? Stream Paddlehead Baseball live on 1029ESPN.com or on the TuneIn Radio app. Now back to the ballpark.
Fourth inning begins with Seth Strong in the batter's box, the bottom third of the order for Idaho Falls coming up in the fourth. The first pitch is popped up. Left side, Cam Thompson to the right of the bag, still waiting for it, has it for out number one. That one was up there for a long period, but Strong pops it up, and that is out number one. Seidel trying to rein in once again in this half inning. After a scoreless third. Always a good way to start, getting the leadoff man out. Was a pop-up to the leadoff man in the last inning also, Dusty Stroop. Tyler Wyatt to the plate. He takes one up high on the first pitch. Wyatt, product of Grand Canyon University, then to the Giants system as the 1-0 pitch finds the top of the zone. Made a couple of different stops while with the Giants system. Was with Salem of the Northwest League. Also the San Jose Giants, that Class A ball, as the 1-1 pitch is hit down the left field line. Just fair, going down into the corner. Corralled by Brandon Reilly coming around the walls. That will be another extra base hit for Tyler Wyatt and the Chukars. That is their, I believe, third double. Yes, third double of the game. As Brandon Boning will now come into the box with one out and a man on at second base. That is the sixth hit also from the Chukars. Speaking of base hits, Brandon Boning came through last time he was in the box, sending a pair of runners home with a two-run single up the middle. Brandon Boning second and third RBIs while with the Chukars. The first pitch to Boning is at the knee, strike one. That's one thing we've seen now with two separate clubs while facing off against Missoula has had some big swings. While facing off with his old club, it's always interesting to see how a player reacts to facing a team he was once previously with. Had a home run in one of the games while with Ogden. A one-pitch, fastball, strike two. Towards the outside portion. Borderline pitch, 50-50. Seidel gets the call. Pretty warm evening for baseball, but not unbearable here in Missoula. Clear skies, good air quality also. Not a breath of wind in this place. The 0-2 with one out. Checked his swing. Did he go? They'll appeal. No swing. On a fastball up high. That looked pretty close. From our vantage point, a couple of fans down below us kind of clamoring for that to be strike 3. One reason it would mean out number 2, and this is also the top of the 4th. So the Big Creek Coffee Company jitter inning. Fans get a free cup of joe if a player strikes out in this frame. 3-0 score, runner on at second base. 1-2 is the count to Boning. The pitch, fastball up high again. 2-2. Steve Barmakian and the top of the order coming up next for Idaho Falls. Steve Barmakian in the on-deck circle with Tyler Wyatt standing at second base, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off to the right. Looks like a breaking ball towards the outside corner that Boning was just able to get the tip of the bat on. Seeing primarily fastballs in this at-bat, give him credit also for being able to reach out and make contact. A lot of times, seen a lot of fastballs in that type of spot. With 2 strikes, you'll be out in front, swing right over the top of it. Another pitch with 2 strikes, 2-2. Seidel peeking back behind him, the runner at second. The pitch, another breaking ball. This one hit out towards center field to Keaton Greenwalt, drifting a bit to the right. He has it. Runner trying to tag to head to third. The throw will be not there in time. So Tyler Wyatt takes advantage, moves up 90 feet to third base. That's the good news for Idaho Falls, but Boning records an F8 to record the second out of the frame. Top 4, 2 outs now for Steve Barmakian with the runner on at third base. So the Chukars looking to add to their 3-0 advantage with a clutch hit with 2 outs. See if Barmakian can come through. The first pitch, Barmakian skies it to left field. Shallow left, coming a bit towards the line is Brandon Reilly. No problem, out number 3. So Barmakian misses a barrel, and that's how this half inning concludes. Chukars strand a runner in scoring position for the second inning in a row. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th with Idaho Falls leading 3-0.
Michael Schlack, and you're listening to Missoula PaddleHeads Baseball on ESPN Missoula 102.9.
We are back for the home half of the 4th inning. Keaton Greenwalt will start things off in this half with Missoula looking to get things going offensively. First pitch from DeCenso misses down and away. Greenwalt, to this point, is the only paddlehead to reach base. He doubled with 1 out in the first inning. Every other batter that's come to the plate has been retired. 1-0 pitch is down and off the plate again. Greenwalt, Nick Gatewood, and Jason Newman will look to get things going in this 4th inning. Just the 1 hit for Missoula. Mainly pitching to contact, it seems, is DeCenso. 2-0 comes way inside and it hits Greenwalt. Fastball just got away. DeCenso hasn't had many problems with control at all in this outing. First two breaking balls were way off the plate away. Comes back with heat on the 2-0 pitch and plunks Greenwalt. So the Paddleheads, for the first time, have a leadoff base runner on. That also ends a streak of 8 batters in a row retired. Nick Gatewood swings and hits a little flare into center field. Coming in is DeBonville and making a scooping catch for out number 1. Reaching down, sliding to make that one a low backhander from Thomas DeBonville for out number 1. Got a good read on that soft sinking liner into right center field and was able to take a base hit away from Gatewood for out number 1. That brings Jason Newman to the plate. The one thing that does, that sliding catch, keeps the Chukars out of a spot with Newman coming to the plate representing the tying run. Missoula trailing 3-0. Runner at first is Greenwalt. First pitch, and Newman hits a line drive single to left. Past a dive of the shortstop Boning. That was a rocket off the bat of Newman. Second hit of the day for the Paddleheads, who have 2 runners on, for Lamar Sparks, who represents the tying run. Fastball on the outside part of the plate from DeCenso. Newman just goes right with the location. 103 coming off the bat. Lamar Sparks will now jump in. Hit a ball in foul territory, and the first pitch he saw that was caught by Strong. Spot where Sparks got jammed, kind of a soft, I guess you could call it line drive, going towards first. First pitch to Sparks. This one fouled. Pitch towards the bottom of the zone. Good way to start that at bat off for DeCenso. 0-1. Trying to stay away from the power spots of Sparks. Got a good amount of power, does Sparks. 20 doubles, a team best 390 batting average. Coming in also 13 dingers. 2 on, 1 out, 3-0 game, bottom 4. The 0-1. Fastball, good spot, strike 2, right on the outside corner. So 2 well-executed pitches from DeCenso to a pretty tough hitter in Lamar Sparks. Attacking the outside part of the plate, not leaking one out over the plate either. That's how you want to start this at-bat off with 2 runners on, 0-2. Newman at first, Greenwalt at second, Cam Thompson to follow. DeCenso, the pitch. Fastball up, 1-2. Action between the Billings Mustangs and Great Falls Voyagers, also in the 4th inning. The road team, the Mustangs, have an early 2-0 lead over the Voyagers. I'm sure that is a result that the Chukars would like. Mention how those 2 teams are in the midst of a battle, as are the Mustangs. 1-2 pitch is strike 3 to Lamar Sparks. Fastball got him looking for out number 2. Sparks didn't like the call, but that was right at the bottom of the zone. It looked like strike 3. DeCenso comes up with a pitch when he needed it the most. All in all, that was a great at-bat from DeCenso. Facing a very dangerous hitter in Lamar Sparks. Painted the outside to get a couple of strikes to get in a good spot. Then goes down and in with a nasty fastball right on the inside corner. Sparks could do nothing more but watch it go by for strike 3. They'll now look for something from Cam Thompson, trailing 3-0 with 2 outs. First pitch to Thompson. This one hit down the left field line with some carry going towards the wall. This ball will be off the top of the wall. Newman coming around third. The throw coming to the plate is late. That's a 2-run double off the top of the wall from Cam Thompson. A big swing with 2 outs, and just like that, the Paddleheads have cut the deficit to 1. Double number 19 on the year for Thompson, and RBIs number 53 and 54. That was all good for the Paddleheads faithful, not only getting right back into the action, now just trailing by a run, is Missoula, but Thompson was also the beer batter tonight. So a double and some discounted suds. Boom, boom, all in one swing. Here's Cam Willman with a chance to tie the game with a man on at second base. First pitch, swing and a foul. Going after a fastball was Willman. Got what he wanted. Just fouled it straight back. Ball sailing down the left field line. Wasn't sure initially if that ball got out of here or if it was just off the wall. Was the latter. Finally found it bouncing way over by the bullpen. 0-1 pitches off the plate. So bounced off the top of the wall and came well towards the bullpen on the left side before Barmakian was finally able to track it down. That allowed Newman to chug all the way around to come in to score from first. 1-1 pitch to Willman, way up high with a fastball. 2-ball, 1-strike count. So 2 hits in this inning after having a few frames where they seemed to struggle to pick up DeCenso. Maybe starting to see something go more their way in this half. We've seen the Paddleheads offense operate in that way at times where it takes them a time or two through to really hone it in against an opposition. 2-1, 2 away. Willman waits the pitch. This one well off the plate. Looked to be a changeup, but that an easy take for Willman. First base open in this spot. If DeCenso wants to think about that, and rather go after Nick Cece, who waits on deck with 2 outs. That's the main thing you got to think about if you're DeCenso in this spot. With the tying run on at second base and 2 outs, you do not need to give in here with first base open. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball, that's up high. Ball 4. Does just that. Doesn't challenge with something out over the plate. That sits Nick Cece up with 2 runners on. You're going to see the pitching coach, Bob Malachy, go out now to have a word with DeCenso. So Bob Malachy making his way out there. Malachy's second season as the pitching coach with Idaho Falls, part of Billy Gardner's staff. And that's one thing, looking at this coaching staff for Idaho Falls, sure, a lot of these guys just getting their professional careers started, or they're just finishing up their college career, or maybe they were in affiliated ball for a short period of time. Point is, they're just trying to get things going in their pro baseball careers. When you have guys around with big league experience like Bob Malachy, who pitched in the big leagues, along with Billy Gardner, who was manager in affiliated ball for quite a long time, as well as their hitting coach Billy Butler, Major League All-Star with the Kansas City Royals, also World Series champion with Kansas City. We have guys around like that. They're great resources for these young players. Action continues now with Cece in the box. The first pitch to him. Checked his swing, and the pitch missed down low. Cece just able to keep the bat back there. Nasty pitch from DeCenso to start things off. Looked to be a changeup just below the knees towards the outside. Cece able to spin on it. 1-0 with 2 runners on. The big swing so far in this inning, Cam Thompson, a 2-run double. Makes it 3-2. The 1-0 pitch, low and outside again. That one much easier to lay off of for Cece, as Hunter Hiskey kind of sliding to the right to keep that one in front of him. Count now 2-0 to Cece, who bounced out to Wyatt, the second baseman, on the first pitch he saw to start off the 3rd inning. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 with 2 outs. The lead run at first base with good speed, Willman there. 2-0, Cece lets this one go by for a strike. DeCenso just attacking the bottom portion of the zone. This at-bat, fastball running away from Nick Cece right there at the knees, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike the count with 2 runners on. McLean O'Connor would be next. DeCenso looking at second, set at the chest. Another peek over there where Thompson stands. The 2-1 pitch is a ball hit out pretty deep. Right field. Going back is Hewitt at the wall. This baby is gone. Nick Cece. A huge swing with 2 outs. A 3-run bomb. And the Paddleheads have the lead for the first time. 2-run double and a 3-run homer. The Paddleheads lead 5-3. On home run number 5 on the year for Nick Cece. RBIs number 19, 20, and 21. What a big swing that is here in the 4th. A 5-run rally for the Paddleheads. And Missoula leads by 2. McLean O'Connor will now be the hitter. That ball traveling 352 feet, attacking that wall and right. As McLean O'Connor stands in now with the bases empty. First pitch, Dell takes up high, 1-0. Connor hit a fly ball out to DeBonville, a routiner, to record the second out of the last half inning. But 5 runs on the board. Paddleheads offense finding success. 1-0 pitch is just off the plate. Trying to find the outside corner at the knees with DeCenso. Couldn't quite get it. (2-0), 2 outs. The pitch again up high. Ball 3-0. So maybe that home run ball from CC shaking DeCenso just a bit. O'Connor with 2 outs. Wouldn't be surprised at all if he has the green light here. 3-0. Brandon Reilly to follow. The 3-0 is on its way. And O'Connor, just like that, swings. Right on cue. 3 balls and a strike. It's always good when it works out that way. Hey, I bet O'Connor will have the green light. 3-0. First pitch, bang, swing and a foul. 3-1. Point Safford. 3-1 on the way. This is a swing and a miss. Pitch towards the bottom of the zone. Running down and in towards the back foot of O'Connor, but catches the bottom of the zone also. Nasty from DeCenso. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done is DeCenso, who rocks from the first base side, the payoff. This one hit pretty well. Down the left field line, hooking though, foul. So O'Connor gets a hold of that one, but couldn't keep it fair. Trying to go back-to-back with Nick Cece. Got a fastball right out over the plate, so a good pitch to hit and a 2-strike count. O'Connor, if anything, maybe was a bit out in front. Count full, 3-2, nothing doing in the bullpen. The payoff, again, strike 3. Off-speed pitch right down the pipe. O'Connor looking for something else, strikes out looking, and that retires the side. But the Paddleheads get 2 big swings. One from Cam Thompson, an RBI double to bring in a pair, and then a 3-run bomb from Nick Cece. And just like that, the Paddleheads have the advantage 5-3, headed to the 5th.
Your radio? Stream Paddlehead Baseball live on 1029ESPN.com. Now back to the ballpark.
So Missoula, thanks to a big inning from the offense after a quiet start, takes the lead as we begin the fifth inning with Jose Reyes in the box, and he takes strike one at the knees on the outside. So with Missoula having almost no success for the first three innings, only one base runner, they find a whole heck of a lot of success in the fourth, all of it coming with 2 outs also. 0-1 pitch is outside. Thompson a double, and then a 3-run home run from Nick Cece. Jose Reyes, Dusty Stroop, and Hunter Hiskey, the 2-3-4 batters for the Chukars, will look for an answer. The 1-1 pitch to Reyes is a high hopper towards first. Screaming in as Jason Newman flips back to Seidel for out number 1. With that ball being hit so high in the air, thought maybe that would be an adventure with Reyes hustling up the line, but it ends up being out number 1. Reyes, so far quiet tonight, now 0 for 3. And other than that little stretch in the second where the Chukars got some runners on and scored the 3 runs, the other frame, Seidel, for the most part, has been in control. He's given up just 1 hit the last 2 frames. First pitch to Dusty Stroop is down low for ball 1, curve ball. Stroop not going after it. Stroop swung out a 3-0 pitch in his last at-bat and popped it up in foul ground to Nick Cece. 0 for 2 overall as the 1-0 misses high and inside. But I'm sure that will be through this 6-game set something the Paddleheads will look to do. With this guy in the box, mentioned all the pop he has and all the great numbers that go along with it. Try to do all you can to make sure you're facing Stroop with the bases empty. As he is here. 2-0 pitch. This one a sky-high fly ball into left field in the park. Brandon Reilly waiting for it still. Going towards the right a bit, makes the play for the second out. That ball was up there for a long time. Exit velo also was high at 104 coming off the bat. That might have been an example of one just missing the barrel by a half of a smidge. But at the end of the day, just an F7 in the book, and there are 2 outs with the bases empty. Here's Hunter Hiskey with 2 outs and a 5-3 ball game in the top of the 5th, the first pitch. Hiskey fouls it back. Fastball towards the outside, 0-1. This is a free swinging club, as I mentioned. A lot of Ks as a team, but a lot of high offensive numbers also. Calvin Estrada, that's such a huge loss. The 0-1 pitch is outside. A ball and a strike the count. And suffering the injury, I mean, that's just something you hate to see. Guy that was having as good of a season as he was. Kind of bounced around the Pioneer last year after spending some time with Ogden. Clearly had a home, as the 1-1 is a fly ball into shallow right center. Lamar Sparks coming in, still racing in, has it. And that will do it for this half inning. 3 up, 3 down for Austin Seidel and the Missoula Paddleheads. He gets the shutdown inning he was looking for. Bottom 5 is on the way. The Paddleheads have the advantage, 5-3.
Do you know someone who has a hard time hearing or communicating with others on the phone? What do? Contact the Montana Telecommunications Access Program, or MTAP. In short, they provide people with hearing loss, speech and mobility challenges, the ability to communicate with specialized phones or other devices for free. To see if you qualify, call 1-800-833-8503 or visit montanarelay.mt.gov. MTAP, better communication for all.
Date night doesn't have to be expensive.
The Paddleheads will bring the top of the order to the dish to start off this half inning. After scoring 5 from the last half, Austin Seidel sets the side down in order, 1, 2, 3. So that's third time through. See if Paddleheads can keep the momentum going. After that last half inning, Reilly, Greenwalt, and Gator. First pitch to B-Rye is low for ball 1. Reilly, a quiet start so far, 0 for 2. Mentioned Seidel just finishing up his 5th inning of work. Maybe his last one, as Tyler Elliott, the right-hander, just started throwing in the pen. The 1-0 pitch to Brandon Reilly is a line drive, base hit into right center field. Past Wyatt, the second baseman, just to the right of the bag. Brandon Reilly finds himself aboard for the first time. Second inning in a row, Missoula's got a leadoff base runner also. That sends Keaton Greenwalt to the dish, who has been on base twice himself. He was hit by a pitch his last time, doubled down the left field line in his first AB the first inning. Then 8 batters in a row were retired by DeCenso for that rally in the last half. Greenwalt takes the first pitch, a strike. Change up with some run away from him, 0-1. So it'll be interesting to see if Elliott does in fact come out for the 6th, or if he's out there as an insurance policy for the next half inning if they send Seidel out for another. The 0-1 with nobody out is a breaking ball, low and outside, ball 1. Would make sense to not try to stretch Seidel out too much also, this being his first outing coming off the IL. And if that is the end of the road, solid go for Seidel in his first start. Off injury. Toss over to first, checks on the runner. Corresponding move, kind of good news, bad news if you're the Paddleheads. Seidel returns to the IL, but Palmer Wenzel also goes to the injured list, retroactive to August 12th. So maybe just a spot where the Paddleheads feel it was better just to give him the week off than try to press him. 1-1 pitch is a half swing and a foul back. Looked to be a breaker towards the inside. Greenwalt read it that it was going to be out of the zone, tried to get the bat back, but inadvertently makes contact. And that would have been pretty close if that wasn't a foul back on if he would have offered or not at it. If it would have just gone by to the glove of Hiskey. Pretty close. But 2 strikes now, the pitch to Greenwalt. Upstairs for ball 2. Fastball up there. Not a bad idea either from DeCenso. After watching Greenwalt go after the breaker that was up, goes up high with another pitch to see if he'll chase it in a 2-strike count, but did not. The 2-2 offering. Greenwalt swings and pops it up foul. Hiskey didn't find it for a second, but it's well out of play. We'll see another 2-2 pitch. And I don't think that was the pitch that DeCenso wanted to make there. That thing was right out over the plate in a 2-strike count. Could have been a spot where Greenwalt was sitting on a fastball, got the off-speed pitch, and just stayed off it enough. Reilly not a big lead away from Strong at first. 5-3 game, Paddleheads lead. Here in the 5th. The 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Change up, got him. Strike 3. Good pitch there from DeCenso. That one just fell right off the table. Greenwalt had 0 chance. Out number 1. Perfectly located also, right at the knees. Trackman has it just touching the bottom of the zone. So very nicely done there from DeCenso to pick up another K. That's his 4th overall on the evening. Nick Gatewood to the dish now. First pitch, Gator swings and misses at a pitch towards the outside, 0-1. Couple of fly balls so far off the bat of Gatewood, both caught by DeBonville. He's 0 for 2. Reilly led off this frame with a single, still on at first with 1 out. Gatewood waits on DeCenso, the pitch. This one grounded, just foul, past Strong at first and also by Ryan Whithorn. as it skips down towards the bullpen, now into the field of play. Keegan McGinnis had a chance to get to that one. For some reason, decided just to kind of hop over the top of it. Doesn't have a glove, so we'll not rag on him too much. 0-2 with one out is outside. 1-2. Because I'd be right there with him. If I didn't have leather, I'm not going after a foul ball with barehanded. Heck no. I could see ball players trying to be the tough guy. Yeah, look at me. I'll go after it barehanded. Kind of caveman. 1-2 on the way is grounded. First base side. Foul again. Keegan McGinnis, right as they say that, does make a barehanded stop this time on the foul. So who knows? Maybe he heard a radio from out there. So, oh yeah. He thinks I can't make a barehanded play? Yeah, look at this. 1-2 with one out. Gatewood, Reilly at first. The pitch to Gatewood. Swing and a miss. Actually a foul tip into the glove of Hiskey. A fastball down low and away. Gatewood couldn't get to it. Strike three. So 2 consecutive strikeouts for Tesenso, taking some of the pressure off this inning after the leadoff single, as Jason Newman will now be the hitter with a runner on. Newman hit a rocket into left field in his last at-bat, a base hit. He's 1 for 2. Newman looking for more. 2-out success. Mention how all 5 of the runs for the Paddleheads in that rally in the last half inning all came with 2 outs recorded. First pitch to Newman. Not close, ball 1 down low. Newman not going after the pitch below the knees. As Tyler Elliott continues to hang around down in the pen. Nothing doing in that Idaho Falls bullpen, so all Tesenso here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 to Newman. The pitch. Not close again. Fastball misses in tight this time. So Tesenso going to both sides of the plate, but missing badly with both pitches. Off speed, off the plate, that comes back with a fastball, but missing well in and low. This isn't really a spot you want to be in against Jason Newman either, behind in the count. This is the type of spot where Newman can hunt for a pitch in a certain spot. And if he gets it, we all know what he can do with it. With those 28 home runs. 2-0. Swinging a ball hit sharply to the shortstop, Boning, who has it. He'll flip across the diamond for out number 3. So Newman hits another hard hit ball to the left side, this time right to the defense, as Boning is able to make a backhanded stop, and it is a scoreless 5th inning. Base hit to start it off by Reilly, but then 2 strikeouts and a ground ball. Ends up being an unscoreless inning for the Paddleheads. Top 6 coming up. Missoula leads 5-3.
This is Missoula Paddlehead Baseball on 102.9 ESPN Radio.
Fun just beginning here in the Garden City. Game 1 of a 6-game set. Missoula Paddleheads and Idaho Falls Chukars, glad to have you along for the ride on this Tuesday. Jeff Safford with you. It is indeed Tyler Elliott that comes out to start off the top half of the 6th inning. He'll face Thomas de Bonville to start things off. The first pitch, curve, misses up high. So the night is over for right-hander Austin Seidel through 5. And he is eligible for the win at this point with his club leading 5-3. Pretty successful return off the IL. 1-0 pitch. De Bonville hits one hard. Base hit past Cam Willman into left field. Thomas de Bonville's had a heck of a night so far. That's his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 3. RBI single in the 2nd. Base hit here in the 6th. Also a double. Leadoff man aboard for Idaho Falls. Tying run steps in with Brendan Hewitt. Infield single also bounced out to Jason Newman so far. Elliott pours in strike 1 at the knees. Tyler Elliott, the MSU Billings product, has had a heck of a year out of the bullpen, pitching for the Missoula Paddleheads in spots primarily like this. Middle inning relief, a guy that is capable of eating up a few frames out of the bullpen. Kind of a 2-pitch guy is Tyler Elliott, making his 11th appearance overall. 2.81 ERA in 16 innings, 16 Ks. The 0-1 pitch is up and away. A ball and a strike the count. Elliott has had a pretty nice stretch in recent games also. In terms of scoreless innings in a row, has Tyler Elliott. He has not allowed a single run in his last 6 outings. 1-1 pitch, fastball away, 2-1. This is a different challenge facing off with this Idaho Fall Chukar offense. Mention how they can get going quickly. If they were playing some sort of a video game, they would have that microwave symbol next to their offense. Can just get going in a blink. 2-1 pitch, called strike. Off speed towards the outside. That was a pitcher's strike in that spot. That to me looked like it was off the plate, but got the call. 2-2, big pitch to get there also. Instead of being 3-1 with a runner on at first, it's now 2-2. With de Bonville there at first, already has a stolen base tonight. The pitch 2-2, this one a high hopper out towards O'Connor. Screaming in, tough play, he can't get it. Tried to barehand it and could not make the play. May not have mattered anyway with the speed coming down the line. That is the 2nd infield hit tonight for him. Good way to start things out if you're Idaho Falls, putting the tying runs on base right out of bed with Seth Strong coming into the box. So Hewitt with now 2 kind of excuse me base hits in this one. A slow roller on the left side and a high hopping slow rolling ground ball on the right side. At the end of the day in the box score, 2 for 3. Seth Strong to the dish, who walked and popped it up. First pitch called a strike. Curveball 0-1. Didn't look to me like Strong picked that up very well. Seemed like he was kind of bailing out of the box when that pitch hit the glove of CC right at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. 7 hits for the Chukars now. Peeking back to second base, the pitch from Elliott. Swing and a miss. Bottom portion of the zone looked like a changeup that time from Elliott. That pitch really tied Seth Strong up. Kind of a wild swing from the left side. So he kind of tries to regather and get himself back into the box. I mean, he was wildly flailing at that one. See if he can find it now after seeing a couple pitches. 0-2, nobody out. The pitch. Fastball up and in. Not a bad idea, kind of changing the eye angle, so to speak, after going with a couple of pitches down around the knees or below it. Comes up above the belt. But Seth Strong not offering at that. 1-2, the pitch. Ground ball, left side, Cam Willman there, flips back to O'Connor. That's one, throw to first, and they got him at first. Double play. Wasn't sure if it was quite hit sharply enough, but a nice turn by McLean O'Connor at second to quickly fire it to first, and that's a twin killing. 6-4-3. Still one runner on in this half inning as DeBonville is at third, so not out of the woods yet, but that was a big spot to get a couple of outs. Take a lot of the juice out of this inning. Couple of double plays have been big factors in this one. Here's Tyler Wyatt. Swing and a miss. Wildly at a breaking ball. Off the plate, 0-1. I think it'd be pretty easy to say that Wyatt was thinking about a fastball in that spot. Wyatt, a double in his last at-bat. Rocket down the left field line. The 0-1. Fastball low and outside. Activity going in the Missoula pen. Looks like Mark Simon is up and tossing. So to me, that signals this will be the only inning for Elliott. 1-1 delivery with 2 outs. Fastball up and in. And he's been working in, touchdown how he's been typically a 2-pitch guy with the fastball and the curve. But he has been working in a changeup a little bit more. Saw it earlier in this inning with Strong in the box, where he wildly swung and missed. The 2-1 pitch with 2 outs, taken towards the bottom of the zone. No swing, though, at a breaking ball, so that was low and outside, 3-1. Pretty close. CC had it framed up nicely, but looked to just be a hair off the plate away. Another spot here with a man in scoring position where Elliott doesn't have to give in here. The 3-1 pitch. This one swung on, hit out into right center field. Playable for Lamar Sparks. Coming in a few paces, he has it for out number 3. So that inning starts looking good for the Chukars. First 2 men reached. Double play, a big part. Then a fly ball into right field. Unscathed is Tyler Elliott in the top of the 6th. Here comes the peanut inning. Bottom half of the 6th inning. See if the Paddleheads can stretch out their 2-run advantage.
Hi, I'm Dave Lapham. I was motivated to have surgery because I can no longer do the things I love doing without the pain. I had a total knee joint replacement surgery, and I'm so happy with the care that I received. The surgery went so well, I was up and walking within a few hours and went home the next morning. I would recommend Missoula Bone and Joint to anybody who wants to keep being active without the constant pain. I loved having surgery at an outpatient setting so I could recover at home, and I can't wait to get back to my outdoor activities.
I already know you're hungry. I don't even have to ask. I'm always hungry too. So then it should come as no surprise that each and every week on my daily radio show, Nuanez Now, we're giving away all the great things for you to eat. Whether it's gift cards to Taglieri Deli, wings from the Desperado Sports Tavern and Grill, or a sandwich and a 6-pack from Warden's Market, tune in to Nuanez Now from 4 to 6 each weekday on 102.9 ESPN Radio for your chance to fill your belly.
Back to live local play-by-play on 102.9 ESPN Missoula.
We're back in the bottom of the sixth. A few pitches went by before we returned from break. ESPN Radio, 5-3 ball game, bottom six. Lamar Sparks leading off this half inning with the count currently 1-2. DeCenso still on the hill here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Thompson to follow. The pitch on the way is taken for strike three on the inside corner. Off-speed pitch. Sparks again disagreed with the call, as he did in his last at-bat when he got rung up in the fourth. But I've seen both pitches where he got called strike three on him, both as strikes. Rough night so far for Lamar Sparks, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, as Cam Thompson will now come into the box. Thompson had a big swing, part of the 5-run rally for Missoula in the fourth inning. Hit a ball off the top of the wall and left to bring in a pair to get the Paddleheads on the board. First pitch to Thompson, a fastball misses away. 1 ball, no strike count. Double number 19 in that spot for Thompson on the season. Score remains at 5-3. Both teams getting all their offense in 1 inning. 1-0 delivery, called strike on the inside corner. Off speed, count even at 1. Was Tyler Elliott working in the last half inning for Missoula. Mentioned it, I anticipate that will be his only frame. As Mark Simon got up before the conclusion of the last half, 1-1. This one cut on and just tipped foul. Good to be home here in the Sammy B. Peanut Chance. 1-2 pitch, way up high. Fastball not even close. Count evened up. This inning begins the bottom of the sixth with nothing going in that Idaho Falls bullpen. Talking about Falls, but just a different Falls. 2-2 with 1 out. The pitch to kill a Cam is a line drive off the pitcher's mound that goes right to Wyatt. The second baseman flips to first for out for number 2. Wow. That ball looks like it had a reservation for a base hit up the middle. Takes a crazy hop off the mound and goes right to Tyler Wyatt, the second baseman, who made it look easy for out number 2. Well, that was a little bit of luck for the Idaho Falls Chukars. Wonder if Thompson will go out and look at the mound in the next half inning. Here's Cam Willman. First pitch to Willman is down low for ball 1. 2 away, base is empty. 2-run advantage here in the bottom of the sixth for Missoula. 1-0. The pitch from DeCenso fouled away to the right. Fastball in on the hands. Willman going to the opposite field with it. All 3 runs for the Chukars came in the second, with 5 coming from Missoula in the fourth. Difference in the game right now, the swing from the man that waits on deck. The 1-1 pitch to Willman. Not close, off the plate again, 2-1. Willman drew a free pass against DeCenso his last time. At this point, the only walk he's issued. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Pitch on the inside, 2-2. Swung right through it, did Cam Willman. Off-speed pitch with a good amount of downward bite to it. 2-2, 2 outs, base is empty, bottom 6. Paddleheads hoping for something in the peanut inning. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball just tall. Not by much. That was pretty darn close. Willman let it go by, and it apparently was just high. So now we'll see a 3-2. The payoff on the way is strike 3 on the inside corner. Off-speed pitch, got him looking. Solid inning for DeCenso. Picks up 2 Ks, brings his total up to 7 so far. But the Paddleheads lead by 2, 5-3, as we roll towards the 7th inning on ESPN Radio.
On ESPN Radio.
We're back here on ESPN Radio Missoula, getting ready to start things off here in the 7th inning. Party just starting this week, first of 6 here in the Garden City, Missoula, Montana. Tomorrow night, action will feature Wolf Wednesday. You can bring out your furry friend here at the ballpark. Of course, have Thirsty Thursday coming up on Thursday as well. Discounted suds, $3 draft beers along with $4 crafts, $3 domestics with $4 craft drafts. Then Friday is special night. First 750 fans will get a Sammy B bobblehead. Bobblehead giveaway night. Saturday, Wizards and Wands night. Fans will be sorted out into different houses, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, that sort of thing. So if you're a fan of the Wizarding World, Hogwarts, all that fun stuff, come on out. Wizards and Wand night. Saturday, River Cleanup Day. Sunday, wrapping out this 6-game set. If you come and clean up the Clark Fork before the afternoon affair on Sunday, you receive a free ticket to the action. Brandon Boning will lead things off in the top of the 7th. So a lot of fun to be had at the ballpark this week. Come on out. First pitch, swing and a miss on the outside, 0-1. Mark Simon into the action, starting things off here in the top of the 7th. Pioneer League Pitcher of the Year a season ago, was added to the roster a few weeks ago. 9-1-2 spots in this half inning. The 0-1 to Brandon Boning. Fastball just missed the outside. Popping the mid of Nick Seaseef. Fastball with a good amount of life to it, just missed the corner. Boning, Barmakian, and Jose Reyes. Mid-9s fastball from Simon, along with that slurvy breaking ball. 1-1 pitch, swinging and a miss, staying on the outside part of the plate. Swinging right through it was Brandon Boning. Drove in a pair, part of the 3-run rally in the 2nd inning for Idaho Falls. That's been it for the most part for the Chukars, with 4 of their hits coming in that half inning. 1-2 the count to Boning. Simon takes a deep breath, delivers a fastball up above the belt. Ball 2, 2-2. Mark Simon used in a whole bunch of different situations last season. Save situations, long inning relief, even made a start last year. This is his 7th appearance this season. He's just given up 1 run in 7 1/3. 9 Ks in those innings also. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him. Strike 3. Not much question about that. That was just country hard ball right at Brandon Boning, and he could not catch up. Strike 3 for the first out of the 7th. Fastball just above the belt. 94 on the gun. Back up to the top now for Steve Barmakian, who flew out to Brandon Reilly. A high, towering fly out. He is 0 for 2 overall. First pitch to Barmakian. Hit the other way, foul, off to the left. This one sailing over towards the grassy knoll. Fastball at 95 on the gun from Mark Simon. Add a little bit of giddy up to it. We've seen him hover around 92 to 94. Getting a little bit more mustard on that one. At 95 on the first pitch to Barmakian. 5-3 advantage for Missoula in the 7th. The 0-1 is on its way. Barmakian lets this one go by. Fastball that apparently misses the outside. Another pitch at 95 from Simon. Michael Schlack touched on it in the pregame earlier for the game. But the Paddleheads are attacking this action with a playoff mindset, trying to match the energy of the Chukars. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball towards Cam Willman on a couple of hops at short, flips it across, out number 2. Barmakian has been kept pretty quiet tonight, now 0 for 3. 2 quick outs from Mark Simon, as this might be a fun battle. Here's Jose Reyes. Reyes, quiet in his return to Missoula. In this instance, this is the second trip he's had as a member of the Chukars, as Jason Newman is now walking across the diamond. And it looks like it's something going on with his glove. And yes, indeed, that's what the issue is. So something happened to the webbing of Newman's glove at first on that throw over from Cam Willman. So I guess Willman had enough giddy up on that one, on the throw across. Messed up Newman's glove, as Jose Reyes will get a chance to hit it. Reyes, a very outgoing personality, I guess you can say. First pitch, fastball towards the outside. And it's funny, I swear. Whenever there's a road club in town, you go over to the visitors clubhouse, you pass some stuff along to the manager, rosters, stats, those sorts of things. Go say hello to Billy Gardner's coaching staff. The 1-0 pitch with 2 outs is a ball popped up foul. Count even at 1. And it seems like whenever I go into that clubhouse, Jose Reyes is there somewhere just waiting to say hello. The big smile. Reyes, a native of the Dominican Republic, so his greeting is always "Que lo que, papi?" "Que lo que" in Spanish is kind of like, hey, what's up? Kind of a slang term. 1-1 with 2 outs to Jose Reyes. The pitch on the way. Fouled to the left side this time. Reyes had a number of highlight moments while with the Paddleheads last season. I'll never forget the grand slam he hit in the month of June last year in Ogden. That thing might still be going. He's also the only guy I've ever seen bunt for a double. Did that in a game right here in this ballpark. Drag bunt right down the third base line when skipping down the line for a double. Never seen anybody else do it except for this guy, Jose Reyes. By the way, you got to look out for a drag bunt. That's a nice segue there. Probably not in this spot in a 2-strike count. 1-2, 2 outs. Base is empty, top 7. 5-3 advantage for the Paddleheads. Mark Simon looking for a clean inning. Pitch on the way is taken down low. Breaking ball, 2-2. Simon hoping the free swinging Jose Reyes would go fishing for that one down below the knees, but he lets that one go by. Dusty Stroop would get a chance to swing it in this half inning if Reyes gets on. I'm sure the Paddleheads would rather not see that in this inning, as Stroop would represent the tying run in the process. The 2-2. This one a high hopper towards O'Connor. He has it on the second hop. He flips to Newman, and that's it for the top of the 7th. 2 ground balls and a strikeout. Quiet 7th inning for Mark Simon. Time to stretch here at Allegiance Field. Ogren Park, the Paddleheads have a 2-run advantage. to look for more with Nick Cece coming into the box. This is the 14th appearance for Cartier on the mound. Cartier, 18 2/3 innings, has given up 24 hits, while with Idaho Falls, ERA at 6.74. This is the first time the Paddleheads have seen him. Also spent some time with the Gateway Grizzlies this year of the Frontier League. CC, swing he had in the 4th is the difference in the game right now. A 3-run shot with 2 outs. First pitch up and in. Ball 1. Fastball just missed CC. Pretty tight looking at action between the Voyagers and Mustangs earlier. That's another game been keeping our eye on. They're in the 7th inning also at Centene Stadium. Mustangs doubling up the Voyagers 6-3. 1-0 pitch is the sky-high fly ball to left field. Going back towards the wall is Barmakian, now coming in a few paces, makes the catch for out number 1. Barmakian took kind of a weird route to that ball. Initially started going back, ended up at around the track, and then he came well in to medium depth left field to make the catch. CC retired for the first out, as McLean O'Connor will now jump in. 8-9-1 spots in the process of coming to the plate in this half inning. Chukars out hitting the Paddleheads at this point with 7 hits compared to 5 for Missoula. O'Connor takes a strike on the first pitch on the outside, 0-1. We'll be getting things, night games all week, with the exception being Sunday, the finale between these two clubs. The 0-1 to O'Connor, way outside. Fastball running away from McLean O'Connor, almost to the backstop. More activity going in the Missoula pen after Simon throws the 1 frame. Cody Thompson is up tossing in the Paddlehead bullpen. 1-1 pitch, strike on the inside corner. Off speed, 1-2. Brandon Reilly in the top of the order waits next for the Paddleheads. 2-run game, bottom 7. This Chukar offense has been active, but they'll have to get something in against the tough Paddlehead pen. 1-2, chased off the plate away, strike 3. Another off-speed pitch. O'Connor has been dead quiet tonight. Now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. To the dish now is Brandon Reilly with 2 outs and the base is empty. A base hit for Brandon Reilly, a line drive in the 5th inning. And that is the last base runner that the Paddleheads have had. After that leadoff single in the 5th, it was 2 Ks and a ground ball. Same 3 in the 6th inning, 2 Ks and a ground ball. As Reilly swings and hits a high hopper towards Strong, gloved at first base, flips back to the pitcher covering, and that's it for this half inning. 3-1 put out at first base, and just like that, the 7th inning is over. Very quick bottom half of the 7th, 3 up, 3 down. To the 8th inning we go. Missoula continues to lead 5-3.
Son, how are you feeling? for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula. You're listening to Paddlehead Baseball, ESPN Missoula.
Coming into the game for the 28th time this year, on the mound will be the right-hander Cody Thompson. What a year he's had out of the Paddlehead bullpen. Tied for the team lead in wins at 6-1. Despite being a bullpen arm, he's routinely come in these types of situations in the 7th and 8th innings. And he does take over here in the 8th, trying to keep this a 2-run advantage for the Paddleheads. 3.25 ERA for Thompson, 34 hits in 36 innings, 33 Ks, only 13 walks. Guy that will look to keep the ball down around the knees. Fastball, low to mid-90s. He'll face Dusty Stroop to start this inning off. So the middle part of the order for the Chukars here. Looking at it with 6 outs left over the next 2, this may be their best chance to try to get something going. Try to come back in this one. Stroop, Hiskey, and DeBonville. The heart of the order against Thompson, trying to erase this deficit. Thompson delivers the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Stroop. Fastball towards the outside, 0-1. Challenging with a fastball right out of bed. Touched on the power for Stroop. 17 bombs. Thompson showing some confidence in his stuff. The 0-1 on its way. Swinging a bouncing ball towards Jason Newman at first. He has it, racing Stroop to the bag, and does for out number 1. Seemed like for a split second of that ball skipping towards first that Newman didn't see it, but was able to pick it up in time to record out number 1. Stroop, who has been very good at the plate this year, mentioned the home runs and batting average coming in. He has been very quiet tonight. 0 for 4 now. So that's one thing I'm sure Michael Schlack likes, that they've been able to shut down the dangerous Stroop in the middle of the order. As here's Hunter Hiskey with 1 out. First pitch to Hiskey. Fastball, you bet. Strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Hiskey extra bases, a double in the second to start that inning off. That started the inning that's plated 3 runs for Idaho Falls. That's been it to this point, trailing 5-3. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Thompson. Change up with a ton of downward bite to it. Hiskey was way out in front. That was nasty on the inside part of the plate. See if he goes back to that. Looks like they'll go outside as time is called at the very last second. Looks like a ball got away from in the dugout. So not a late time call. The umpire must have seen a ball trickle away, and he stopped play. 0-2, the pitch to Hiskey in the dirt to the backstop. Trying to go back to that off-speed pitch was Thompson. Looked like he was trying to hit the same spot that he did to get strike 2, but that one missed a ways below the knees in the dirt. Could have been the idea also to see that one just miss below the knees to see if Hiskey would go after it. But either way, that one missed the target by a good amount. An easy take. Now a 1-2 count with 1 out. Target away this time, the pitch. Fastball off the plate, ball 2. Decent amount outside also. Give credit, nice frame job by CC, but you could tell that one coming in was off the plate. The 2-2. Swung on, popped up foul. Pitch towards the bottom of the zone. Hiskey just able to get the bat on that one. Was another changeup right at the knees, tailing away to the outside corner just a bit. Hiskey did well just to make contact. Thomas DeBonville to follow. Top 8, 1 out. Thompson working relatively quick, sets at the belt. The pitch on the way. This one a ground ball off the hands, foul, past Billy Gardner in the third base coach's box. So the Chukars went to their pen in the last inning. It looks like they may go back to another reliever in the next half as there's some more activity going. Looks like Keegan McGinnis is up. And yes, it is. Tough to miss that guy down there. McGinnis, a big, tall guy. 2-2 pitch with 1 out. In the dirt, ball 3. So give Hiskey credit. Fouling off some tough pitches has worked it to a 3-2. And if you're Idaho Falls, trailing by 2 runs, obviously base runners are your friend. You want to get at least one guy on base. Bring the tying run to the plate. As time is called by Hiskey. Mention the height for McGinnis, one of the taller pitchers you'll see. Listed on the roster at 6'7". Only guy I can think of that's bigger is Austin Steinfort from Glacier. The payoff pitch to Hiskey. This one hit pretty well. Right field going back towards the wall, and it's gone. Hunter Hiskey, a solo home run going down the right field line. And just like that, the Chukars have trimmed it to a 1-run lead. Solo home run for Hunter Hiskey. He likes hitting in this yard. Hiskey had a home run in the last game he played in this ballpark, and he's got another. Solo blast makes it a 1-run lead. Now, that's Hiskey's 7th bomb of the year. Hiskey, 7 home runs, now 73 RBIs. Second extra base hit of the night for Hiskey. Just went right with the location of that pitch. Looks like an off-speed pitch at the bottom of the zone on the outside. Just went right to right field with it. Saw that breaker a couple times, was able to figure it out. DeBonville swings and misses at the first pitch he sees here. 0-1. So we'll see how Thompson reacts to giving up the bomb. Tied action coming down the stretch. Chukars get 1. Still need 1 more. The 0-1 from DeBonville. Swing and a miss again. Pitch on the inside this time was out in front. Thompson's gone off speed the first 2 pitches. DeBonville's gotten tied up both times. Heck of a night for Thomas DeBonville to this point. 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. The 0-2 is a rocket to left field. That is going to be his 4th hit. Brandon Reilly does cut it off before it gets to the wall. So just a single for Thomas DeBonville. 4 for 4 is Thomas DeBonville. He has 4 of the 9 hits for the Idaho Falls Chukars. Have a night to start things off here as Brandon Hewitt comes to the plate. Hewitt, 2 high hopping infield hits to both sides of the field. First pitch from Thompson. Fastball, strike on the corner. Pitcher strike, certainly. 0-1. It's towards the outside black, but to me it looked like it was off the plate. Got the call. 0-1. Thompson delivers the 0-1. Bunt shown. Target outside, missed it. Count now even. Not sure if that was a bluff from Hewitt. Would be surprised to see him sacrifice the runner to second. Yes, it would get the tying run in scoring position, but there also would be 2 outs in the frame. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball foul, first base side. If I'm Idaho Falls, I would be more interested in, and obviously now with it being a 2-strike count, kind of takes that out of the equation, the bunt anyway. But I wouldn't be thinking about moving the runner up to second base. To me, you're better off keeping the bat in your player's hands, trying to build a rally. Not take your chances for 1 at-bat to get a hit. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip into the glove of CC. Strike 3. The big strikeout for Cody Thompson to record out number 2. Trying to limit the damage to just the 1 run in this half inning. 2 outs, still a runner on at first base. Seth Strong will now be the batter. Mention how Strong is a pretty new addition to the roster here in Idaho Falls. This would be a big way to try to make some friends. The club trailing by a run, coming down the stretch, looking for a good at-bat. Runner takes off, and it's fouled away to the left. So DeBonville will have to go back to first. DeBonville already a stolen base in the action tonight, looking for another there with two outs, trying to get himself into scoring position. Activity in the bullpen, as you would expect, Sam Hellinger up and throwing. This point, probably thinking about the 9th inning. Only question is now is what type of situation will he inherit when he comes into pitch? The 0-1 from Thompson is a fastball that misses the outside. Kind of a wasted pitch in that instance. Idaho Falls almost doubling up Missoula in terms of hit total, but not leading on the scoreboard, trailing by 1. Throw over from Thompson checks on DeBonville. And the one thing the Paddleheads have done well so far tonight is we haven't seen too many innings where the Chukars have been able to put a lot of consecutive runners on base. We'll see them get 1 hit or so in a frame. Seems like that's been a very common occurrence in this one, where the Chukars will get 1 base hit, 1 base runner in an inning, but they won't get 2, 3, 4 base runners in an inning. The one where you saw Idaho Falls do that was the second, where they scored 3 runs to take a 3-run advantage. Idaho Falls would then lead for the next couple of innings until the Paddleheads broke through with 5 runs in the 4th. And they've led ever since. And there's some type of a delay for Thomas DeBonville. Went over to the dugout to get something, some type of a new piece of equipment, not exactly sure what he needed. That was the reason for the little delay as we wait for Seth Strong to get back into the box in a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Hunter Hiskey, a solo home run in this inning, makes it a 5-4 game. The 1-1 from Thompson. Swing and a miss. Fastball towards the outside corner. Strike 2. A ball, 2 strikes the count now to Strong, who is 0 for 2. Bounced into a double play in the 6th. That was the last inning Idaho Falls threatened, and really the only frame since the 3rd where they had something cooking. 2 runners aboard with nobody out. The 1-2 pitch is just down low. Off speed, 2-2. Good pitch from Thompson in a 1-2 count. A change that just missed the outside corner. Hoping Seth Strong would go fishing, but he kept the bat back. DeBonville at first still doesn't go. 2-2 is way outside, out of the glove of CC. This allows DeBonville to advance into scoring position. Fastball was not even close, well away from the target of CC. Looked to me like he was set up inside. That ball went trailing out off the plate away to the left-handed batting Seth Strong. Big pitch here, 3-2, 2 outs with DeBonville now on at second base, representing the tying run here in the top of the 8th inning. Who will prevail here? Or will we see Tyler Wyatt? 3-2, here it comes. This one an emergency hack foul. Third base side. Seth Strong wildly swinging at an off-speed pitch that was well off the plate. And he broke his bat in the process. Does stay alive, though, swinging at the pitch. So now we'll wait for Seth Strong to rub some pine tar on a new piece of lumber. McGinnis still hanging out in that Chukar bullpen off to the right. So I imagine he will be coming in for the bottom half of this inning. But again, same question we'd asked earlier with Sam Hellinger warming. Same can be asked about McGinnis. What type of a situation will he inherit in the bottom of this frame? We'll see another 3-2 pitch from Cody Thompson. Here it is. Swing and a bouncing ball, slowly hit towards the pitcher Thompson to the right of the mound. He flips to first. That's it for this half inning. So Cody Thompson shrugs off the home run ball from Hunter Hiskey, a solo shot with 1 out in the 8th. That makes it a 1-run game. But the Chukars still trail 5-4 Bottom 8 coming up. Paddleheads will look for some breathing room after this.
ESPN Radio.
Well, the man that's appeared out of the bullpen more this season than any reliever for the Idaho Falls Chukars will now take over. In the bottom half of the 8th inning, the big, tall Keegan McGinnis is now out there on the mound, making his 34th appearance for Billy Gardner Jr. and the Chukars. It's been a solid season for the right-hander McGinnis. Strong strikeout to walk ratio in 40 2/3, 54 Ks, so averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings is McGinnis. ERA at 4.86, having allowed 22 earned runs in those 35 2/3 innings on 55 hits. It's walked 20 batters, has McGinnis. He'll face Keaton Greenwalt, Nick Gatewood, and Jason Newman. So a tough trio of hitters. But his job here will be to try to hold the line to keep this just a 1-run deficit ahead of the top of the 9th inning that looms in the distance. Keaton Greenwald's ready against McGinnis, the 6'7" right-hander. First pitch, way inside, almost hits him, 1-0. Greenwald, who's already been hit by a pitch once, almost got hit again. Keaton Greenwalt is also doubled tonight, 1 for 2, as the 1-0 is taken below the knees. They did appeal the first base, but Greenwalt was able to keep his bat away from it. Now, obviously, if you're the Paddleheads, you'd love to get some insurance also. Idaho Falls cutting the deficit in half in the last half inning, a solo bomb to right. 2-0, Greenwalt lets another go by, ball 3. Fastball low and off the plate. Greenwalt not the guy you want to put on for free either. Team leader in stolen bases. 3-0. Let's see if Greenwalt takes or not. He does. That's a strike on the inside corner. And thinking about it from that aspect, not surprising that Gatewood had a passive approach, Greenwalt. Wrong G, last name, had a passive approach, trying to get himself on. 3-1 on the way, again taken for a strike. Off speed that time, but almost to the identical spot on the inside corner. We're talking almost right exactly the same position. Just a fastball changeup combination, 3-2, not close, down low, ball 4. In the dirt, easy take for Greenwalt. Surely not what McGinnis was looking for there, as Nick Gatewood will be the hitter now. Touched on all the success for Gatewood last week. That was last week. Player of the week for his efforts, but so far tonight, 0 for 3. 2 fly ball outs and a strikeout. Did hit the ball hard once, took Devonville back. First pitch taking off, called strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1, but Greenwalt has himself a stolen bag. Strike one, 0-1. So Greenwalt not waiting around. Mentioned he was the wrong guy to put on for free, and Greenwalt right on cue shows why, getting himself immediately into scoring position. The 0-1 pitch, Gatewood looks foolish, half swing and miss. Pitch below the knees, 0-2. Gatewood clearly did not pick that breaker up very well at all. From the right side from McGinnis. Looking for an unproductive out with a man on at second base. The 0-2 to Gatewood. Swinging a bouncer foul right over towards the Idaho Falls dugout. Saw Sam Hellinger up in the last half inning. He has since sat down. Got some time to get loose in the last half, so maybe just trying to not stretch himself out too much. Imagine he will come out to pitch the 9th inning. Will the Paddleheads be able to stretch it before the top of the 9th? The 0-2 pitch to Gatewood. Swing and a miss. Fastball got it by him. Foul tip into the glove of Hunter Hiskey at 93 on the gun. A pitch desperately needed for McGinnis to try to get an out with a man on at second base. One down in the frame. Gatewood is 0 for 4. Next up will be Jason Newman. And the Chukars are going to put him on for free, it looks like. With first base open. Interesting. I get the first base open, yes. You're going to walk Newman, but you're going to walk Newman to face Lamar Sparks? That's an interesting idea. And it looks like Newman's going to be pinch run for also. Yes, he will be, as the former Idaho Falls Chukar, Patrick Chung, is going to run at first base. And yes, we all know how dangerous Jason Newman has been with the 28 home runs, 100-plus RBIs. But Lamar Sparks, no slouch either. So if you look at it from that point of view, if you're Sparks, you go, all right. Challenge accepted. See if Sparks can come through. Sparks has been quiet to this point. First pitch is way outside, gets a bit away from Hiskey. Both runners advance to second and third. Breaking ball just got away from Hiskey enough, bouncing to the right. And that is a huge sequence there. That changes this inning 1,000%. Instead of having the double play in order with men on at first and second, now 2 in scoring position at second and third, only 1 out. A 1-run game, 5-4. Infield now in across the board. The 1-0 pitch is way down low again. Almost the same spot, 2-0. Sparks, 2 strikeouts in his last 2 plate appearances, 0 for 3 overall. Chance to grow the lead. The 2-0 is not close again. Breaking ball way down low. Danger of loading the bases here with 1 out, with Cam Thompson waiting on deck, who's already knocked in 2 runs in this game. Paddleheads a chance to grow the lead in the bottom of the 8th. The 3-0 to Sparks is taken for a strike. Right on the black. We've seen Sparks routinely have the green light in 3-0 counts, but smartly letting that one go by. A pitch right on the black, 3-0. The 3-1 on the way from McGinnis, a fastball, another one on the corner. Strike 2. Fastball on the black, 50-50. Close. Got the call. So after being nowhere near the zone on 3 straight pitches, gets it 3-2. Big pitch coming. The payoff. Breaking ball up high. Ball 4. Just up high. Good take by Sparks, and the bases are loaded. And it's been all free passes in this half inning. For McGinnis, he walked the leadoff man Greenwalt, struck out Gatewood. Greenwalt advanced to second, stealing with Gatewood in the box. With first base open, Newman was put on for free, And now a walk to Sparks. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cam Thompson to the dish. Going to change up the defensive alignment now. They'll play in at the corners, middle infield, and double play depth for Idaho Falls. First pitch is almost to the backstop. How Hunter Hiskey got there, I have no idea. That thing was way skipped to the right for ball 1. But somehow Hunter Hiskey was able to keep it near home plate to keep a run off the board. I mean, that thing looked like it handcuffed him, bounced up wickedly. But Hiskey was able to make a vital stop to keep a run off the board, at least for now. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Fastball towards the inside. Fastball from McGinnis has had great life to it. 93 to 94. Just has had a few location issues. Bases loaded, 5-4 game in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 to Thompson. Blocked by Hiskey again. At a pitch way down low. That was a heater that was down. Now if McGinnis is out of the zone again, that really puts him behind the 8 ball with the bases loaded. So it will be interesting to see how Thompson approaches this pitch. Greenwalt, the man at third. The 2-1 is a sky-high fly ball into left center field. Barmakian going to the right. This will probably be deep enough. Makes the catch. Coming in from third is Greenwalt. He scores easily, and that is a sacrifice fly. Nicely done by Cam Thompson. Got a pitch he could handle with 2 strikes. Flew it into the outfield, and that gets a run in. Back up to a 2-run advantage, now 6-4 on the sacrifice fly from Cam Thompson. Cam Willman will now look for success with 2 outs. We touched on how that was such a big factor for the Paddleheads rally in the 4th inning. To that point, before that point I should say, that was the only time the Paddleheads had got a run in. But that a big run there to grow the lead back to 2. After Hiskey cut it in half the last inning. Willman takes low on the first pitch here, 1-0. Hellinger back up in the pen. He has at least one more run of breathing room, looking ahead to the top of the 9th. Willman's been on base once as he takes a strike on the inside. Strikeout looking for Willman in his last at-bat. He walked in the 4th. Has also popped up to the second baseman, Wyatt. The 1-1, low and outside. Fastball sinking off the plate to Willman. Nasty pitch at 94, but Willman lets it go by. 19 inches of induced vertical break along with 12 inches of horizontal break. So moving down and away from Willman. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball right out over the plate. Willman couldn't catch up. Count now even at 2. Sparks at first with the pinch runner Patrick Chung at second. Chung running for Newman, who reached on an intentional walk. The 2-2 on the way, bounced foul. Pitch right in on the hands. Willman does well just to see another. Well, if this is what we've got for the first game this week, definitely makes you excited for what may be coming in the future. The next 5 games of action, tight pretty much the whole way. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Hiskey. He'll have to throw to first, get the strikeout, and he just does for out number 3. That ball gets away from Hiskey just a bit, but he's able to make the throw over for out number 3. Sac fly from Cam Thompson does get a run in for Missoula. Score is 6-4 Missoula, headed to the top of the 9th. Sam Hellinger will look to get 3 outs to send the fans home happy after this. Well, Sammy B just told you who's coming into the action to pitch the top half of the ninth. It's Sam Hellinger coming out of the bullpen, trying to nail down the last 3 outs of this one. In a 6-4 contest, Paddleheads looking to take game 1. Not a better guy to do it. Sam Hellinger has been absolutely dominant in these types of situations in the second half. Right-hander with a heavy fastball will face Tyler Wyatt. He swings and misses to start this inning off. Hellinger making his 29th appearance, has 9 saves, looking for number 10 here. An incredible strikeout to walk ratio, 61 Ks and 11 walks and 39 1/3. The 0-1 is just outside. The 61 strikeouts tops among all relievers in the Pioneer League. An ERA of 2.06, only 9 runs allowed and 39 1/3. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Another challenge fastball. At the belt, just blows it right by him at 94. Tyler Wyatt, Brandon Boning, and then Steve Barmakian. Paddleheads get a run, as did the Chukars in the 8th, so it stays a 2-run game for this top of the 9th. 1-2 to Wyatt. Swing and a miss. Fastball, country hard ball at the belt. See you later. 1 down in the 9th. Just going right after him was Sam Hellinger, asserting himself here in the top of the 9th inning. And he will face a pinch hitter now. It will not be Brandon Boning stepping into the box. As it looks like it will be Brady West that will grab a bat, and yes, it will be. So Billy Gardner reaching into the bag of tricks, looking for something from Brady West. A left-handed batter, a guy that's been very productive this year for the Chukars. Sure, Idaho Falls was hoping somebody would be on in front of Brady West. Facing Hellinger rather. Brady West appearing in his 64th game, swings and fouls off the first pitch. Brady West, a guy that does have pretty good pop from the left side. 15 doubles to go along with 6 home runs. A .283 average for Brady West. Returner from last year, as was Hunter Hiskey. The 0-1 from Hellinger on the way. Way inside, almost hits Brady West. Just was able to scoot out of the way of that one. Fastball that missed badly inside to West. And that's the last thing that Hellinger would have wanted to do in that spot was to hit a guy to bring the tying run on for free. The 1-1 pitch with 1 out in the 9th is taken. They'll appeal the 3rd, no swing. Fastball to West didn't miss by much, did by just a hair off the plate, and West was just able to keep the bat back. 2-1, 1 out, top 9, 2-run game, 6-4. The 2-1 pitch is hit the other way, foul, strike 2. Fastball on the inside on the black, going towards the bottom part of the zone. A tough pitch to handle if you're Brady West, just able to get some lumber on it. Hellinger in another 2-strike count after blowing away Tyler Wyatt to start off this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Brady West. Rocking from the first base side, the pitch. Pop up again, foul. Top of the order, and Barmakian coming up. And I'm sure that the guy that Missoula is hoping doesn't get a chance in this inning is Dusty Stroop. Looking at the next 2 guys coming up, Reyes and Barmakian both do have some pop, but nothing compared to what Dusty Stroop has. 2-2 to Brady West, the pinch hitter. Hellinger, a deep breath and a delivery. This one popped up, foul again. Hellinger just going right at him with heaters, and West has been able to stay in this one. Fastball at 94, going towards the top corner of the zone. West able to fight it off. Let's see if they go with something different here or stick with heat. Wouldn't be surprised if they tried to go away this time. Looks like they will. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a changeup on the outside portion. Hellinger pulls the string Down goes Brady West for the second out. Chukars are down to their last out here in the top of the 9th inning. Steve Barmakian will be the last shot for the Chukars. Barmakian has been on base once. Walked, but that's it. He's 0 for 3. First pitch from Hellinger. Fastball in tight for ball 1. Hellinger has really asserted himself in this 9th inning role in the second half of the season. 6 of his 9 saves have come in the second half. 1-0 pitch is a foul away to the left. So we saw Jason Newman slotted into the 9th inning role through the majority of the first half. For a large part of the season, Newman was up near the top of the Pioneer League in saves. Seemed like him and Montana Quigley of Great Falls were going back and forth. We've seen Hellinger assert himself. As we've come down the stretch, the 1-1 with 2 outs, swing and a miss. Pitch at the bottom of the zone. Another changeup from Hellinger and a good one, right at the knees. Chukars are down to their last strike. Sam Hellinger looking to blow away the side here in the top of the 9th inning to give the Paddleheads a Game 1 win. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Barmakian. Fastball in, ball 2. Going right towards the back foot of Barmakian, maybe by design, maybe trying to brush him off the plate a bit. The next pitch is away. That maybe was a pitch by design. It will be. The 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Fastball got him looking. Sam Hellinger strikes out the side to pick up his 10th save of the year. And the Paddleheads hang on. 6-4, the final tally here on a Tuesday night. Great effort from the Paddleheads pitching staff. All in all, Austin Seidel earns his 5th win of the year for his efforts as well. And the Paddleheads find just enough offense to back up the effort. 6-4 final tally. Paddleheads take Game 1. We'll come back to wrap it up after this.